Imagine walking into a house so filthy, so unbelievably disturbing, that seasoned deputies, people who've seen the worst humanity has to offer, are frozen in their tracks. Dirty diapers everywhere, rotten food spilling out of trash bags, beer cans littering the floor, bottles filled with what looked like urine. And in the middle of it all, on a couch crawling with spiders, sat the decomposing body of a 9-year-old boy. But what exactly happened, you may ask? Stay tuned to find out. Welcome to our channel. This is Criminal Activities. In July of 2024, 38-year-old Joseph Gregory Antonsen was living with his son Theodore in a mobile home in Picture Rocks, Arizona. Neighbors said Theodore was a sweet, friendly kid, more polite than his dad even. They used to see him playing outside, gardening with his father. But over time, those sightings became fewer and fewer, until one day, Theodore disappeared completely. Inside that home, things were falling apart. The water had been shut off, toilets didn't work, food was rotting, and poisonous spiders, black widows and brown recluses, crawled freely across the floors and furniture. On July 12th, something went terribly wrong. According to investigators, Theodore had been sick, weak and shaking. That day, his heart stopped. Joseph Antonsen checked for a pulse and found none. He admitted later in court that he knew he should have called someone. He knew he should have tried to save his son, but instead, he walked out of the house. And for the next 2 days, he did nothing. 2 days later, Joseph finally returned. By then, Theodore's small body was already decomposing. Only then did Joseph call 911. When deputies entered the home, the scene shocked even veteran officers. Theodore's body sat upright on the couch, surrounded by decay and swarming with insects. According to the official autopsy report, there were no signs of illness or injury that could explain Theodore's death. What investigators did find were clear signs of advanced decomposition and insect activity on his body, evidence that he had been dead for quite some time. The report also noted something chilling. There was no sign of any medical intervention whatsoever, no attempt to revive him. No evidence anyone had tried to help. The Pima County Sheriff's Department had gone to the home after receiving a welfare check request. By the time they arrived, investigators say Theodore had been dead for an extended period of time. One neighbor later said she thought the house was abandoned. Another said she had to break the news to her daughter, Theodore's playmate, that he was gone.
That you knew you needed help, and for whatever reason, even with the resources around you from your parents, both financial and emotional, you were not able to correct your behavior and the devastation that you were surrounding your child with.
Ortiz acknowledged something the defense argued. No matter the sentence, Joseph Antonsen's worst punishment will always be knowing that he played a direct role in his son's death. Antonsen pleaded guilty to 2 counts of child abuse, one of them involving abuse where the abuser knew it could cause severe injury or death. He is now serving 15 years in prison, followed by 20 years of probation. But even after the sentencing, so many questions remain unanswered. Some believe this was a case of neglect fueled by alcohol and untreated mental illness, that Joseph froze in panic and couldn't face what had happened to his son. Others suspect intentional abandonment, pointing to the extreme state of the home and wondering if this went beyond a single moment of poor judgment. And some ask if Joseph feared losing custody so badly that he chose to do nothing, even when he knew Theodore needed help. But what do you think? Do you believe this was simply a tragic case of neglect? Or was there something darker going on? Was 15 years in prison enough for what happened to Theodore, or should the sentence have been longer? And why do you think Joseph waited 2 full days before calling for help? We'd love to hear from you in the comment section. Drop your thoughts down below. This is Criminal Activities, signing off. Stay safe out there.